And thank you for joining Mishonna Perry at Motivational Mondays. Today, our topic is the shedding. When I talk about the shedding, I'm talking about your skin, your outer layer, your protection. The skin can be very sensitive. It can be sensitive to sunlight, to getting infected. It can be sensitive to getting a rash. So we have to keep the skin very protected. And a lot of times we use creams and ointments to cover up the skin. The skin may get burned, and so you have to go through the process of the healing of the skin. But when we think about the skin, we also think about the flesh. And anytime the skin gets burned, there's a process with the flesh that is also being hurt. So when I think about the flesh, I think about the people that are in your life, the flesh that we deal with daily, the relationships that we have with people can also be like an outer layer for us. There's going to be times in our life when that flesh decides that it wants to actually walk away. And what I want to do today is just encourage you to understand that when the flesh starts to decide that it wants to walk away, that is the time in your life that you want to start preparing yourself for greater things. There are so many people that are going to walk out of your life just like your flesh. It's not always going to be your covering or your protection. And when those things happen to you, you are hurt, just as if your skin would be burned. You're hurt, you're upset, you're angry. You're trying to figure out how to make it right, how to put that salve on it, how to mend that thing. But the reality of it is, when people walk out of your life, sometimes it was meant for them to walk out. Everybody that's in your life right now was not meant to stay there for the long haul. And we try to hold on to people because we just assume that that's what we're supposed to do. But sometimes those very people in your life, they're preventing you from moving forward and getting to the place where you need to be. So when God removes them from your life, we start to want to know the whys, and we're wondering what's going on. I want to talk to you. I want to figure it out. I want to work it out. And you're so hurt that you can't move forward in where it is that you need to do. But what I want to do today on Motivational Monday is encourage you to be delivered from people and their flesh, the outer layer, the covering, because your protection comes from God, not from people and not from the flesh. When people walk out of your life, they were meant to. They were there for a season to teach you something, for you to grow, for you to change something within yourself. There are going to be people in your life that are ride or die for you, that will stick by your side and will be there forever through thick and thin. Those are the people that you can hold on to. But when those people are there that walk out of your life, figure out what the lesson is that you've learned from that situation and keep moving forward. Don't stay stuck in your hurt, in your place of the whys, and wondering what's going to go on. How am I going to move forward from this situation? There's going to be relationships that fail. There's going to be friendships that fail. But if you cannot understand that you came into this world by yourself and you're going to leave by yourself, if you cannot get that gird up into your spirit, you will stay forever stagnant and stuck in a place of the whys and wondering who, why did they did it? Why did this happen to me? Woe is me. You have to understand that your purpose and your assignment that God has given you, He does not care about anybody around you. He doesn't care if your best friend is there with you. He doesn't care if mommy or daddy want to ride along. This thing is about you. What are you going to do to get into a position and a place where you can be lifted up with the Most High God and live out and fulfill your dreams, your vision, your mission? So today, on this Monday, I don't care how bad the flesh is hurting, the outer layer is burning, your covering has been caught up, messed up, all over the place. You have got to get that thing and understand that you've got to get your body and your mind and your spirit and your soul in line so that this thing is so tight It's like an elastic rubber band. Every time somebody comes around you and tries to pull you apart, that thing goes right back together, because you are made of more than you'll ever know. And it is in the time of struggle and sorrow that God will use you to move you up out of that place of sorrow. And every time somebody leaves you around you and you're wondering the whys and the whos, when you rise above the flesh, God will use you in a way that you cannot even fathom. But the reality of it is, you have to be delivered from people and their thoughts and their visions and what they believe you can be and what they think you can do and the limitations that they put on you. And you have to say, this life is about me. It's not about a man. It's not about what mom and daddy want me to be. It's not about what my friends see me as, and I have this big goal and dream and they keep telling me it's impossible. It's not about those people. Let the flesh be torn apart, but your soul will still be intact, and your spirit and your vision will be going steadfast in the things that God has designed and ordered for your life. Until next week, I'm offering motivation to the masses. I'll see you next Monday. Visit me at www.mishonnaperry.com. Peace and blessings.